So I'm filming over here in Porto Pollensa today. Should we get some prices from over here on the waterfront area of Porto Pollensa? Well, let's turn the camera around. Let's take a walk along the Pinewalk and into the resort centre, and let's see whether we've got crazy prices over here or if you're going to find an affordable meal waterfront for summer 2026. So if you watched my previous video from over here, you'll know that we've got a slightly cloudy and breezy day over here in Puerto Pollensa, but that hasn't stopped anyone from coming out. We do have highs of 22 degrees Celsius. It does feel a lot warmer, and also we are in between cycling season and peak summer season as well. We have quite a few people in the resort today, but it's not feeling overly busy. This is a great time of year to visit Mallorca, and in particular a resort like this too. Anyway, let's head on in the direction of the Illador. As you know, at time of filming, the La Terraza restaurant here is now -1 terrace. That had to be closed due to the Costas Authority, who manage the coastline over here in Mallorca. But should we take a quick look at the menu? Let's go and see how much a meal here costs. So I'm just looking to my left here at the restaurant as it stands and over in the direction of the now empty terrace. But let's have a very quick look here at the menu. And I'm just going to run the camera down the board here just to give you a quick idea of prices. Starters start from €7.50, salads from around €13, poke bowls from 18 approximately, sandwiches from €16.50, and a burger is around 21. Now this is their menu from 11:30 till 6 o'clock. Do they not have an evening service out here? Maybe the whole restaurant changes theme later on in the evening. And yes, it does. Look, here's the menu, which starts service at 7:30. And I assume it's going to be just these tables here out in front of me. Just give you another idea of prices here. We're looking at main courses over here for around €32 approximately. Chateaubriand, $36.75. So earlier on in the day, I filmed a video talking about the removal of the tables and chairs from many of Puerto Pollensa's iconic terraces, including here at this section of the Illador Hotel. Find out why this is happening and the inconsistencies around this. Plus, find out what holidaymakers to the area think. I'll drop a link to that video in the description text below, and I'll pin it in the comments too. Anyway, let's head on in the direction of the town centre. So I'm delighted to say as well, as I pan the camera around, it does look like it's brightening up over here in Puerto Pollensa centre, thank goodness. And of course I'm going to bring you some lovely views on the way too. And there is pretty much always a cormorant right on this point here of Puerto Pollensa. And as we make our way along the Pinewalk this afternoon, our next stop is the Voramar 57, and this is a little pizza restaurant here right on the water. It does get very, very busy though, I have to say, particularly on the evenings. You may well have to reserve a table, but if you can't get yourself a table, then of course you can just sit out here on the Pinewalk with your takeaway and a few drinks and enjoy these amazing views. And just look at the views today. Got beautiful clear waters here over here in Puerto Pollensa. And let's just take a quick look at the menu here. So let's get down to the pizzas, which is what the Voramar is very, very famous for. Margherita pizza from €13.50. And if we head on up to the pasta dishes are from around €16. And of course, look, you've got all your other starters as well here. Anyway, let's keep heading on down Puerto Pollensa waterfront today. So we're going to dive off the Pinewalk very, very slightly, because normally if I'm filming over here on the Sunday and I'm live streaming, the Coral restaurant isn't open, and this is quite a historic restaurant here. It's been open since 1969. Should we go and very quickly check the prices? But first, I can see to my right hand side, I see a menu del dia here, and this is at the Cafe 170 Degrees. Let's have a quick look. €19.90, look, you get pizza fungi or spaghetti bolognese, includes a drink and also apple tart. You can just see how popular the Coral restaurant is today. Let's have a very quick look at their menu for 2026. Now I'm just going to run the camera down the board. You may well have to pause the video, but I can see that fresh sardines and salad is for €13.50. Do you know what? It's not actually bad value at all. Really, really reasonable here. But meat dishes from €13.90. Baguettes and sandwiches for €8.90. So not really too bad. Plus, look, also they've got kids' meals as well here, starting from around €6.90. So really, really good value over here at the Coral restaurant. Anyway, we are doing Waterfront. We're doing Waterfront today, so let's keep heading down. I was very keen to just check out the prices at the Coral because I do know it's very, very popular with many viewers. Okay, so let's keep heading along. Now, as we head a little bit further along, look, we've got snacks inside this little spa shop here. Let me see if I can see any other menu boards. At the hotel back here, look, right to my left hand side, sandwiches, €15. Again, just panning the camera down the board here. And I do think that you are very much paying for the views here. Look at this, absolutely amazing views. Anyway, let's keep heading along a little bit further. We're coming up to La Balda del Agua del Mar. Should we have a quick look at their menu? So again, you're just going to have to pause the video here just to get an idea of prices. Meat dishes are from around 35, seafood dishes around 30. And we've got to just quickly stop off and just have a look at prices of a scoop of ice cream for this year. And it's €3.75 for one scoop, €6.75 for two at the Can Pescador, which is right here, just on the entrance to the Pinewalk. What else have I got for you today? Well, look, we've got the Cob Marie. Just give you another very quick idea of prices. Paellas that from €18.50, but that's a vegetarian one. Actually, the prices here aren't too bad, I have to say. So you can always find value over here in Puerto Pollensa. Anyway, let's keep heading along through the centre this afternoon. Now you can see quite a few people now have gone for lunch. We've got still quite a few people on the beach. We had quite a cloudy-ish start to the day, a little bit of a breeze. That breeze has now melted away, as have the clouds, and it does feel a lot warmer than the 22 degrees when I arrived here this morning. These pretty little shops here as well, absolutely stunning. But they're so quaint. So we're just looking out at the newly installed Cappuccino restaurant, which lies right next to the empty Sispins terrace. If you want to find out what the prices are like for cappuccino, check out my most recent nightlife video from over here. Again, you may be surprised. Here's a Sispins looking very, very nice, if not a little on the empty side. And looking out at the Capri, which I do believe used to have a restaurant service to, here on the jetty. Let's see what you're going to pay over here in Puerto Pollensa for this summer. Pasta dishes are €19, fish dishes are €22, and meat dishes are from €24. Anyway, let me know what you think about the prices over here in Puerto Pollensa for this summer for 2026. We have the Dakota to my right hand side. This is normally actually pretty good value for money. Just looking to my right here, look, little ice cream shop here, coffee, tea or cake for €6.95. But can I see, look, a menu over at the Dakota, look, €18.70. And look, you also get the choice of from 5 starters, obviously not all of them, There's a choice of 5 main courses, dessert and coffee too, so that's not too bad. And it looks like the Dakota are also showing some of the World Cup as well. We've got the Mexico v South Africa game. Okay, let's keep heading along. We don't have the huge crowds that we saw in May over here in Puerto Pollensa. Obviously it's not cycling season, or April I should say as well. We had a very busy month. This little in-between period in between cycling season and peak season for summer holidays is, as I said, a great time to visit. So I've just come up by the Bella Vista restaurant and I've just bumped into Joanne. Joanne, hello, how are you doing?
Hi.
Now tell me, you haven't been to Puerto Pollensa for quite a few years, have you?
We started coming here in 2007.
Yeah.
And we haven't been back for about 3 years, but we used to come every year.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've had a bit of a break from Puerto Pollensa. What do you think about the pricing over here for meals and drinks?
The pricing, I think the pricing's gone up everywhere. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
where you go.
Yeah.
The prices have shot up everywhere.
Yeah.
But, you know, it depends where you go. It depends
Yeah.
where you choose.
It does, doesn't it?
You can have one expensive day and one
And a
cheaper day.
Do you have any
It just
top
depends.
tips? Do you have any top tips for over here in Puerto Pollensa? Where do you like going?
Well, we just found this one. We've been coming here for years, but we
Yeah.
just found this one. It's absolutely lovely. My
Yeah.
husband had a lovely meal.
There he is, he's filming us. Quick wave from the husband there.
We just had a lovely meal.
Brilliant.
We like all the restaurants on the square.
Yep.
It's
Fantastic.
lovely, buzzy atmosphere.
Yeah.
We just booked at the Coral Bar.
Yeah, very nice. I've just had a look at really well priced as well.
Yeah.
Really well priced.
Gorgeous. We had
Yeah.
the lamb is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
we booked there. That's a nice restaurant. There's lots.
Yeah. Too many to choose from.
Lots.
Too many to choose
I
from.
can't really choose one
Yeah.
in particular because
Yeah.
they're all nice.
My final question, will you be coming back to
Oh
Porto?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Coming
another
back next year.
You're coming back next year.
My
Brilliant.
daughter.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Thanks ever so much for talking to
too.
me. I shall see you soon.
Bye.
So again, some really good reviews from over here in Puerto Pollensa and from holidaymakers who will be coming back. Price rises or not. And it's great to hear as well that they're going off to the Coral Bar or the Coral Bar, however you wish to pronounce it. Anyway, let's keep walking along here and just have another quick look at some other prices. We've got the bocores, let's have a look, tapas to share. Here we go, look, from around €9, €9.50. Meat dishes from 28. So we really do have a mixed bag of restaurants over here. Look, we've got woks over here as well. Look, poke bowls, €16.50. Fish and pasta from around €20. Let me know in the comments where you love to eat over here in the port. But look, we're coming along a huge trail of restaurants here. Got the Iru. Let's have a quick look. Look, while it's not busy, that tapas dishes from €6.80 or 90. I think I ate here actually last year with admin Amanda from the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group. Calamari's €18. Paella for just under 20. And many of these restaurants have now doubled in size as well. I'm thinking about the 1919 a little bit further along. Look how lovely the diner swimming pool looks today as well. Very busy over there. Anyway, I will be back over here in Puerto Pollensa to give you some more prices as we go on through the summer, but that's just to give you an idea. Anyway, should we just have a look at a few final views as we head on back to my car? We'll also stop and just have a look at a few other places along the way, just on the other side of the roundabout here. And do you know what, we can't leave this area without looking at the menu at the Cafe 1919. Just while it's quite quiet at the table, so let's go and have a quick look. And Marie and John, I know this is one of your favourite spots. Look at this, look, tapas starters. Let's have a quick look down the board here. For around €8.50. Do you know what, it's not actually too badly priced. Poke bowls, $23.95. Pasta from $26.90. We have paellas here from €26.50. So it can look really very prices as we come down through the resort. And as well, look, meat dishes from around €35. How much is a burger? $22.50. Plus, look, they also have a veggie menu too. And this is a restaurant that has expanded too. Look, lots of table reservations here. What am I saying about 2026? Make sure you make your reservation before you go out and eat. And all of these tables have been reserved. Look at this, can't believe it. And these are the views that you can enjoy from here. And I'm just across the way from the La Longa area in Puerto Pollensa, and right outside of the Norai bar too. Got some music going on in there. Also another location to watch the World Cup from. And as we walk a little bit further along the waterfront here, looking to my right hand side, we've got the Calas Monges restaurant. This is actually quite popular with locals, and it does often stay open in the winter. And it's open all day too. Look at this, look, they do even an English breakfast here, €16.20. Just come down to the tapas area here, just to give you an idea. Average price somewhere between €4 and €15. Salads from around 12. Hamburgers, what have we got? Just over 10 actually, around €13. Hot sandwiches, around 9. Not too bad actually, look, we've got even, look, Mallorca pan boli here, that's rustic bread for around 17. So not too bad. And also, look, they've got a kiddies menu for €10.90. Don't forget the good deal as well they've got here. So this is probably why it's so noisy, because it looks like it's actually pretty good value. So it's the Calas Monges. Next door is Los Faroles. Another restaurant popular with the locals. I think that also stays open in the winter as well. Let's keep heading along. I'm just very conscious that time is ticking. I do have to get back. And look, the Brisa Marina, I'm pretty sure that is a chain of restaurants around the island. And as I head a little bit further along here, just coming up to what I've heard as being one of the best Indian restaurants here in Puerto Pollensa. I'm outside of the Bombay port. I've only ever heard raving reviews from here. And let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at the menu here. Poppadoms, €1.20. Let's have a look. Onion bhajis, $5.95. Just coming down a little bit further, the average price of a curry is around €16-ish, €16 to €18. All your favourites here too. And also don't forget as well that they've got a vegetarian menu as well. Looks really good. And as we come a little bit further along as well, look, we've got a poke place, natural poke. And these roughly are around €15-ish. And so this is where we've come from, at Bombay Port and also the Nature. Anyway, let's keep going a little bit further in the direction of La Gola. And just to give you some lovely views down the beach this afternoon, you can just see the little sailing centre right out in front of me. So talking about crazy prices, well, the beach beds at least are a little bit cheaper over on this side of the resort. Where we came from where we started the video around the Albuquerque's beaches, some bed rentals are in the region of €28 for two and the sun umbrella. Over here on this huge beach, a little bit less expensive. Look, and you're going to be paying €21 over here for two sunbeds and the beach umbrella. I'll tell you what, just looking to my left-hand side, it's not looking massively busy down here. You can tell we're not in peak season just yet. See, also, look, they've got the water sports centre out as well. They've got the paddle boards, stand-up paddle boards, and kayaks too. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel because I'll be back here soon as well to let you know everything there is to see and do over here in Puerto Pollensa for summer 2026. Let's keep heading a little bit further down the beach here, and we are on the Lagola Bridge. Look how clear the water is as well, look. I don't know if you can see the fish down there, look at this. And over at Tolos, my goodness, it's busy over there. Look, you can see we still have quite a few cyclists here on the island. Do they have a menu board? Let's go and have a quick look. So Tolos is a grill restaurant, and I'm just passing the camera down the board here. Just see what you can expect to pay for 2026. Pork ribs, €22. What else have we got here? Chef specials, beef cheeks, €26.50. Paella, around 20 to 25 euros, and also as well a fideuà as well, and pizzas as well from €11.50. Sure, that's really good value, particularly because this restaurant here is very, very popular with cyclists, and there's a kids menu too. And I'm just going to give you a quick idea of the drinks prices. You can pay around just under €10 for an Aperol Spritz. And I guess it's only fair to just have a look at the Gola Beach Club as well, that they've got very much a tapas menu here. €14.50, salads from around €15.50, pizzas from €13, pasta from €23, woks from €18.50, and paellas from around €20 too. Okay everyone, I hope that's given you a really good idea of what to expect in Porto Pollensa for this summer price-wise in some of the waterfront restaurants. Now I'm going to be making some further content from over here in the resort. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already and click that notifications bell. Plus, don't forget as well, you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. And I'm also going to drop a couple of videos that play both here and here on YouTube. Okay everyone, thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Goodbye for now.